matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For PA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Roomstreet. Let's get this thing underway. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. Return starts from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. The Nittany Lions will get the first crack on offense today.
Well, Kirk, you can just feel the emotion, the intensity of this rivalry game right now.
Well, one thing we know is you work year-round for a rivalry game, and now it's right before your eyes. Let's see how these guys play today.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. The Nittany Lions churn out another first down.
The intensity, Kirk, already evident this kind of rivalry game.
Look, you played one of the biggest rivalries there is in Ohio State, Michigan. What was different about that?
Yeah, I think the emotions are flying around early. I think the team that's able to get down and just kind of settle in and play football is the team that jumps out to an early advantage. I always talk to Nick Saban about it. He's been in so many big rivalries as a coach, and he says, hey, what am I supposed to do? Get them more fired up when we play against an Auburn versus playing against a Mississippi State? No, we're going to be the same team every single time we go out. Kind of control those emotions is the team that's going to end up winning.
To throw, it's Aller. Defense is coming after him. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back. The quarterback does a nice job of seeing that mismatch and getting the ball to the back for some good yards.
It's a quick grab. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance.
Breaks into the clear. What a stiff arm. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. The 9th play of a strong opening drive. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back. It's Allen. He's running out of time here. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. It's a big 3rd down defensive play. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The Buckeyes offense comes out for their first possession today. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get after the quarterback. They slow the run down. Really a nightmare to block.
Well, these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wreckers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. Going to be tough on this offense to try to hold up at the line of scrimmage.
Fire to the right side, complete. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. It's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Tries the right with a quick throw. Very tight coverage. It's incomplete on the deflection. Buckeyes will line up to punt it away.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown that has settled for 3 last time. So first play of the drive coming here. They'll start at their own 49. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Well, there aren't very many things that can get to a quarterback of this magnitude. I think it's safe to say that good pressure by the defense can get to any quarterback.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's a fly to the wideout. Falls incomplete. Broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, what a grab! Here he goes. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
Oh, how about that, Chris? This defense has been taken for a ride. I'm not sure if they're overconfident or they just fell asleep a little bit, but whatever the case, they better wake up because now they're facing a goal to go, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get a play into the end zone right here.
So that huge gain quickly sets up a first and goal just inside the 10. Scanning the field, it's Aller. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. Returner brought down, sets up the next drive. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. First down and more. He's still running. Tackle made, but he gets the ball out across the 20-yard line. Good game.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs, and we're seeing another one right here.
Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Nice grab. It's Smith. Solid gain there. Moves the ball up to the 32. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being...
He's in the clear. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain.
And I love that they continue to go back to this talented wide receiver. That's back-to-back plays with big gains, and it's not surprising. Like I said, the scouting report all week long, we heard about this guy's ability to make plays against this defense, and the quarterback and the receiver right now have a nice rhythm going.
Looking to pass. It's Sayin. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
There's a nice play by this defense. After giving up a huge gain, they're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
After the sack on first down, it's second down. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. And he'll set up to throw. Makes a quick catch. They get him down pretty quickly, but it's a solid gain in that short throw. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Tried to squeeze one in there, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. The punt will bounce and head out of bounds. Takes the returner out of play. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Grab down the middle. It's Pena. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him, and they're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Caught over the middle, it's Hudson. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
And the Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. The sure hands. It's Pena.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
A completion makes it 2nd down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Pass falls incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Bringing pressure. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
The offense already has 1 4th down conversion. They do it for a 2nd time. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Dropping back, it's Aller. Throws it to the right. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Quarterback catches a break on this throw. He puts it up into traffic. The defender actually catches the ball, comes down out of bounds, or he would have had a pick.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Deep shot toward the end zone. Incomplete, just 3 seconds left. Time for one more play.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. The lead remains 10 after that miss. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Man, all week, the Buckeyes and Nittany Lions tried to bottle up their emotions, but things just boiled over in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Still 2 quarters to go in this incredible regional showdown between two of the winningest programs in football.
And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The ground game ineffective in the first half. Let's see if they stay patient or look to open up with pass game. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. We get the second half started with the running play.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Receiver makes the grab. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Carter.
Swarm with a pass rush, a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. To throw, it's Sayin. The short completion of the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. 3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Delivers quickly to the left side. What a catch! Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage on that screen.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. He stopped at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Peoples. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
The Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On the run, it's Peoples. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
I don't mind this aggressive approach here by the offensive coordinator, taking a shot downfield on 3rd down. Now you can either kick the field goal or still have a chance to go for it.
And the field goal unit coming on the field now. Makes it look easy.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
It's a shotgun run call. Moves the ball out across the 30, and it's good for a first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
With the catch, it's Singleton. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
The completion sets up a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Aller. The pocket breaking down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense picks it up, still moving. Touchdown, Buckeyes. A huge defensive score. And the defense gets involved, scoring a touchdown to suddenly tie this football game.
Just getting a couple turnovers from your defense is really all you can expect. But to be able to get 6 points from them in addition is above and beyond. They get their 6 points, and now they're really thinking about winning this game.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. That wrinkle, the wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. And it's a direct snap. He eludes a tackle. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this 3rd quarter. We get to the end of 3. It's been a tremendous competitive battle as we check out some of the stats so far. Let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter, set to get underway. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. And they pick up the first on the ground. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, this back has taken advantage of his opportunities tonight in his football game. And here's another example on 3rd down. They put the ball in his hands. He knows exactly where to go to pick up the first down. And he's able to do that here in the 4th quarter.
Looking for a gap. It's Singleton. Breaks into the clear. Brought down. It crosses midfield to the 46.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
The Nittany Lions are on the move here. Ball handed off. Here he goes. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They stop him, but it's a first down. Clock stops officially 2 minutes to go before the end of this game. We'll take a quick pause. The Nittany Lions line up on 1st and 10 now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They make the tackle, but the offense has a first down now at the 21.
Boy, this defense seems to be confused. That's back-to-back big carries for first downs. They better get it together, or this could be an easy drive for this offense.
He'll hand it off. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Offense operating from the pistol. Using his legs. It's Allen. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. To the air, it's Allen. Pressure is coming. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
He knocks it through with confidence. And they now have the lead here with time running out. What a moment.
Boy, there's nothing more impressive to me than a kicker that can come through in the clutch. Gives them the lead here in the 4th quarter, but there's still time left for a final drive, so their defense will have to step up.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. So here we go. Could come down to this possession, Kirk. Sets up as a potential classic finish.
Well, Chris, after everything that's gone on in this field in a rivalry game, if you're a quarterback, this is what you dream about. Having the ball in your hands with a chance to lead your team down and potentially win this game.
They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. That's caught. It's Peoples. They wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab down the middle. It's Tate. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Offense has a ways to go to get into field goal range. They need some big plays, and time is winding down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Quarterback spikes the ball to stop the clock. The offense will need some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock, a huge factor here. Back to throw. It's Sayan. Tries to get it to the running back. Caught near the sticks. It's Peoples.
And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
And the offense wisely spikes the ball here to stop the clock. Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. Quarterback will spike the ball to stop the clock. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. And now the defense steps in to call time with 10 seconds remaining on the clock. So here we go. Down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Looking deep for late-game heroics. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Boy, as a play caller, you save this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. Fourth down. Fourth quarter, game on the line, and then you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not, and that, to me, is probably the ball game.
Well, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.